Klaassen is in the house, and I'm going to be obsessing over this name for the rest of today. In fact, we can maybe have a little competition online. You can send through a voice note. Who nails it, maybe she'll give you a prize. We are joined by the 22-year-old rally sensation, Klaassen, from motocross podiums to tackling the legendary and very unforgiving Dakar rally. She has turned heads with some fearless driving, family grit, let's call it, and obviously a lot of talent that she is answering with a lot of effort. It is so good to have her. Can we get a round of applause from our non-existent studio audience? I'm sorry, I wish we had like 100 people sitting here cheering like you do on the sidelines. You work in a particular space where we are always quite fortunate when you make it back, because that's where you are right now. So well done on everything that you have achieved up to this point. Looking at your kind of honor roll, it feels like you should have been racing for the last 30 years. This is so fresh for you. How are you in your crazy motorsport journey? How are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, my motorsport journey has been long because I started racing go-karts at age 6 and then
as one does,
yeah, to motorbikes and then even horse riding. So, but car racing now has been very short. It's been a year and a half. So I'm still trying to navigate where to go and the racing. But yeah, I really got thrown in the deep end and Dakar was my first race, so I'm still learning a lot every day.
And it'll be like that, I assume, in this kind of art. And when you're out there on the road at those kind of speeds, I've tried to play Navigator once at about 170 on a dirt road, and it was more than my little brain could actually handle. There is so much going on there. But the pressure of being in this position, there's obviously the pressure of the name, and you seem to have embraced it. In fact, you just hopped in the seat next to your dad and you ran the race the Dakar. So clearly you've taken ownership of that. But now it's all on you. And I know you've got an amazing team around you, but how do you deal with the amount of pressure that's on you right now? Because you just seem pretty cool, calm and relaxed. Is that the key?
Yeah, try to be. I think deep down I feel the pressure, but yeah, even now the home races in South Africa, which my family comes to watch, so there's always pressure, and I'm very competitive, so I really want to perform always. But I think, it's hard to not let that pressure get to you, so I just always try to move forward and look to the next race.
And luckily, there's always another race coming up.
So if it goes bad, I just look forward and try not to as well.
And you've got a good team of people around you and always mentors. Before we look at this latest edition that seemed fraught, man, you guys were pushed. Being able to do something like the Dakar with your dad in that moment, I think a lot of people start the emotional conversation there, because that must be amazing. I've done some pretty cool road trips with my mom, but nothing quite like that. But what was it about that event and that moment in time? What did it mean for you?
I think it was special because, again, we did not plan to do it, and we had 3 months, and I had no car experience and my dad had no navigation experience, so we really did not know what to expect. So for sure there was tension because we did not know what we were doing. The first few days we were like figuring it out together. So
more tension from him or from you?
I think from both. I think he wanted to be behind the wheel, and I did not really know what I was doing. So yeah, I think to figure every day, stage for stage, how the racing worked and everything, when we did finish, it was so special. And I mean, just to do Dakar alone is amazing, but with my dad was really, really cool.
And then you're out there in 2025 with just about every kind of challenge, penalties thrown at you. Talk us through your experience. How are you after all of that?
Yeah, it hasn't been easy because that was amazing, like Dakar Classic, and then I got into proper rally raid. And then, it's a lot of every race I've had like challenges and frustrations because it is a hectic sport. So, I was thrown with engine failure twice and big penalties, so it does set you back a lot. You're fighting for top 5s or podiums, and then it sets you all the way back, so it is really frustrating. But again, I just try to look forward and not dwell and just try to come up with a solution how I can learn from it.
Well, you don't have a choice.
And
it's quite extreme, the environments that you find you're in as well. What do you say to yourself? Is there a mantra or a line that you lean on, or a moment that you go back to, or something that kind of gets you out of that, oh my God, I'm lost, I'm on my own, my engine's not working, it's all failure? How do you turn that around?
I think I just, in the moments I really want it, I really want to finish, or I really want to do well, that I kind of just always have that in my head. So I'm just very, as I say, competitive. So when I had the engine failure, I was like, okay, I need to finish. How can I make this
I will carry.
work? I will carry the car after. I really just had a goal and I wanted to stick to that.
I would imagine there are many goals, and it must be confusing for you because you could go in so many different routes. From what you could go back into show jumping if you wanted to and make that the sole focus. What's wrong with you? Where does this come from? Bikes, cars, the most dangerous situations you can put yourself into. What are you trying to feed? Where does that energy come from?
I don't know, I think it's, my families, we all love sports. I've got 3 other siblings. And my brother's done downhill, sister does horse riding, and my dad's always loved motorsport in general. So I think being exposed as a kid to so many different sports, I just loved the extreme side and the adrenaline. But I think with cars, like, I have done a lot of sports, but this is like a sport I really see myself doing for years. So that's also what I love so much about it.
And there's a wonderful shelf life behind the wheel, which is great. And you've got so many people to lean on in terms of the knowledge, but it does feel like you've kicked down a major door. Does it feel like that to you, that you have leveled up? And again, I stress, you are unbelievably young to be playing in this space, which is amazing. But does it kind of feel like you've taken a rung up?
Yeah, I think I've always competed kind of at national level. Like, I've never done something quite like this. So I think for me, this was a big step in my life and changed my life completely. So now I've definitely leveled up. I'm racing with like legends and the best in the world.
Your pupils go like this when you mention it.
My first Dakar, I was like, I couldn't believe the people and the competitors. So it's always people I've looked up to, and now I'm racing with them. So yeah, it definitely was a big step up in the...
I don't want to use the term imposter syndrome because I don't think that's something that you will struggle with. You just seem to have the right kind of mental focus. But I know everyone is challenged, and you have been challenged very much within the races, but there is a bigger picture at play here. I know there are a lot of young people, in particular young girls, that are watching right now. And I know this is a mantle that you don't get to choose. You're going to be that. You're going to be an inspiration to a lot of other young South Africans, young people in general. We're in Youth Month. A lot of people can be inspired to do something special, and that's what you are doing at the moment, something truly remarkable. What advice do you have for young South Africans wanting to shatter that ceiling above them?
I would say take any opportunity, even if it's not in your comfort zone or, it's really intimidating or scary. If you get any opportunity, and even if you think it's stupid, take it, because you never know what will come. And I mean, I was very scared to take this opportunity, but it completely changed my life. So,
clearly,
definitely just get out of your comfort zone, do as many things as possible, and...
Okay, maybe you don't have to go quite to this extreme, okay? You can leave out the horse if you want to. Just try a bike, a car, maybe all 3. We don't care. No, I absolutely love it. And we want this for you. So go out there and keep smashing barriers and ceilings and everything else, and just stay safe, please. Make it back. That's all we ask of the crazy people who come into our space. No, you're doing amazing things. All the best for Youth Month. And thank you for being just a shining example of what is possible if you want it and you go after it and you conquer those fears. So hopefully this has inspired you. And if you need even more inspiration, yes, we'll bring in Brian Abana as well in just a moment. Pok, thank you so much. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.